Okay. Welcome to the Monday, November 3rd, 2025 Tufton Borough Board of Selectmen's meeting. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Public input. Okay, seeing none. Approval of minutes. We've got two sets of minutes to go over. Monday, October 20th, we've got a set of public minutes. I've reviewed them. I see no changes need to be made.
I'll make a motion that we approve the October 20th public meeting minutes.
I'll second. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And we've got a set of non-public minutes.
And I'll make a motion that we approve the non-public from October 20th.
I'll second that, so.
Any further discussion? All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Consent calendar. In the consent calendar this week, we have three items, one of which we've already voted on. We just need to sign the contract. The other two are just two rights of burial.
I'll make a motion that we sign the consent calendar items.
I'll second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. And next is appointments. Guy Pike.
Speaking of buildings that might need repair, we got a compactor building up at the transfer station that's had the gable end trim ripped off, been hanging there for months. That same building has a gutter where the end of it's been somehow destroyed, and basically water flows the wrong way and onto the people trying to get rid of their trash in the rain.
Serves them right.
The new windows and heat that were promised have not been addressed. The Joint Loss Safety Committee has determined more than 1 year in a row that I'll call it the concrete bumper that keeps you from driving into the C&D dumpsters is in drastic need of repair. The main building roof leaks, and the black mold is now showing through the plywood ceiling. Simply amazing. I went a week ago, Wednesday. I found a man running a compactor, man running a backhoe, two men sitting in the office doing nothing. There was no supervisor on board at that time, nor have I seen a supervisor there any more than 4 times in the past year, one of which was Hazardous Waste Day. I would implore you to suggest to him that he takes a more active part in the activities going on at the transfer station, or as a much more effective alternative, implore him to seek employment opportunities elsewhere. Since I only had 5 minutes and Jackie wants to get out of here and go home, I'll call it a night. Thanks for listening to me, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you for your input.
Have at it, Jackie.
All right. Jackie Rollins, tax collector budget. Now, before we get going, Jackie's only here to talk about her portion of the financial administration budget. The financial administration budget is much bigger, so we will not be voting on this sheet tonight because it's only this is just a partial portion of the budget.
Well, I didn't know if you got any questions.
No, it's really self-explanatory. Your salary, COLA,
Yeah, that's it.
deputy tax collector,
Yeah,
went from 25 to 37.50.
right, because that's because we have a new deputy, and she's more willing to take on more responsibilities as deputy tax collector. So
which includes more hours.
right.
And postage went up. Is it the postage went up? The
Yeah, the rate keeps going up. Right now, I think I'm at 30. I'm not sure, but it's gonna be, 4,800 is gonna be close at the end of this year by the time I send out the bills, so hopefully it's sooner than later.
Yeah, I got a, on my most current sheet from 10:30, I've got a negative $1,100.
I think
For
that's
postage?
that's the regular postage, and we haven't given it off to the department yet. That happens every year. So it's gonna be tax collector postage, which is down further.
Jackie, do you know how many hours were added to the deputy?
No.
No. Okay. Just curious.
So that
She-
1,100 negative is gonna get
We
squared.
haven't used the 2,500 in the past even, but hopefully we do this year.
For the budget committee, it might be a good idea to have, where the basis of that 3750, how many hours and what the pay rate's gonna be. They're gonna ask.
Yeah, they will ask.
Okay, pay rates, whatever, I don't know what,
I can help with that.
yeah,
Okay,
whatever that is.
thank you. Everything else appears in line.
Yeah,
I'll make a motion that we, no, we can't.
Nope.
No.
No motion needed. I'm
No.
okay. I'm okay with the budget.
This is our chance to ask questions, and I think we've asked all
Yep.
the questions that we need, right?
Yep.
so there's one other thing I wanted to talk to you about, the deeds, the property that the town sold. Two parcels. I spent many hours I can read that, it's easier.
And this sold for amount is, does that include the buyer's premium or not?
I don't know. The email I got from Rick said that they sold for $47,500, one of them, and the other one $23,500. I think the buyer paid above that. I think
Right.
this was the town portion.
So he cut us a check for 47.5.
Well, I don't think we've gotten any money yet,
Okay.
but the deeds have been recorded.
So we came out ahead on one and came out behind on the other
Right.
for an overall gain of about $1,300.
No.
320.
No, we've lost 320.
Yeah.
What?
Last sentence. The first lot we made, it
58.
was bid over, it was 5,893.
Yeah,
Right.
and the other one we lost
Lost
45.73. That's a net gain of $1,300.
Yeah, yeah, and we don't get that. That's, if the town makes more money than what all the expenses are,
Gets returned to the.
gets returned to the original owner. The original owner in 1990 was Saul Feldman. And he's been long gone for,
Well, he must have heirs. and
Yeah. So how does
sons.
that work?
good question. How do you find Saul Feldman's heirs?
I guess you'd contact probate.
Do you know the answer to this question? Okay.
I mean, that's all I can think of.
And I'm thinking that Rick probably wants to do that. His secretary implied that they would research that.
For a fee, of course.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I mean,
it's
it's
a
gonna
White
cost.
House. There you go.
Uh-huh.
So,
Well, we can hold it as unclaimed property too. We can't find the people.
that's right.
The
He
money,
figured it was,
Yeah.
I was gonna ask if we could hold the
We
money.
have
And
to publish
Oh,
it
yeah.
in the newspaper, but
I think you're supposed to refund it within 30 days.
But if we don't know who to
But if we
refund
don't
it
know who
to,
the owner
Right.
is.
Right. I don't know how that would work, whether if you just post it 30 days and if no one comes
I mean,
forward,
is there
then.
anything in the RSA's, I wonder?
well, we
No,
must,
but I don't think they would
Or
hold on to it that.
so the
Yeah,
last
it might
person,
Go to the AG's office, they have unclaimed property down there.
the last person of record that held it before the town took it was this gentleman.
See, he deeded all those, it's over here.
Yep.
He deeded all those properties over to Bob Chalmers, except for these two lots. And these two lots, because we're green area, and they called them the Saul Feltman Recreation Area. And when all those lots were sold out, they were supposed to form a association to maintain things. It never happened.
Never happened.
Nobody ever wanted to take the
No.
responsibility.
Has anybody researched the planning board decision for that subdivision?
I think it was done prior to that. I think it was like in the late 60s. I can look it up, but it was,
I don't know if it was that far ago.
I can look.
Yeah,
I know Bob Chalmers, who ended up with all the others. He tried for years to get them to do it because it was, I don't think there
so
was.
they don't have an association, so it isn't like we can cut a check to the association.
Right. Hmm.
One would think that there'd be something in the RSA's about this. This has to have happened before. I mean, this has to have happened before. I don't know where in the RSA's to look, but I'm guessing.
I guess the last person of record to own the property before the town took it would be the place to start.
Mm-hmm.
Which was 1990, you said?
Yeah.
Who's now long gone? Okay, so I mean,
I don't even know when he passed away or anything. He wasn't from around here, I know that. He didn't develop it. Miss Roberta Blummett developed it.
do we have? What are our options?
Hold it as, unclaimed property. Contact the AG's office about unclaimed property, because they have a division that does that.
And the AG.
And or pay, Rick's office to do a search on it, but that's gonna eat,
Right, that's right,
all that money up.
right.
Right.
Going to probate and finding out.
Yeah.
Or, wait for somebody to come forward.
I like the AG option, to be honest. Because then because in theory, somebody there, I mean,
Yeah.
given the name, would be able to say, there's an RSA on this, and this is what you need to do.
I would imagine that we'd have to put out some kind of an advertisement.
Oh, yeah, unclaimed property, get advertised in the paper.
It's
Yeah.
like once a
3
year.
times or something.
Yeah.
Well, no, there's
Just once a year.
There's a once a year, I think it's once a year, maybe twice, where the Manchester Union Leader will put out a whole thing. AG's office probably already knows this, so I don't want to make speculation. Let's talk to them.
And if they will at least point us in the right direction, I would think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's what you gotta do. Who does that? Jackie or Audrey?
Yeah.
Why don't I call
Jack,
Rick
yeah.
Sager and
And have Rick do it, yeah. Get some
I think-
opinion from
Rick.
Yeah, it has to be easy.
No, I don't think it's easy.
Well, I don't mean that. I meant like somebody has to have the answer.
Oh, yeah. And you can only sell property that has been deeded to the town,
Right.
basically, and,
But in this whole nonsense about green area, until I see a planning board decision
Yeah.
that holds those lots out, then
Didn't happen.
it never happened.
right,
They should have never been taxed, or taxed to the association, which
right,
never developed.
that's where it started, because those people in there didn't want to pay for road maintenance or taxes on those two properties. That's why they wouldn't form an association, because now it's a town road.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
No, we're not done yet.
Nope.
CBA budget.
Nope.
Which is
That's basically the same as it has been for
same as it's ever been.
20 years.
Yeah. Yeah, postage has gone up a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah,
And note that most of the ZBA budget is in and out.
right.
We have to budget for it though, but we get revenue to completely offset it.
Yep.
Is this one we can vote on?
Yes,
Seems like it.
yes. So I'll move $4,700 for line 4191-2 ZBA.
I'll second the motion.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
There you go.
Okay, thank you, Jackie. All right. Planning board. Hey, guys.
Hello.
Come on up.
Okay, well, good evening, gentlemen, ladies. I believe you have a copy of the planning board's budget?
I do.
Are we referring to this one?
Yes.
Mine looks different than that.
This one right here?
Oh, here it is. Here, these two.
Yeah.
Is there a difference between these two?
We'll pass their comments on it, and then we transition it to.
Yeah, I just want to see if it's different. Okay. All right. I'm with you.
In reviewing the budget portion, which excludes the legal portion, I think it's pretty straightforward. There's very little change in there. Few dollars more for administrative assistant.
Mm-hmm.
Tuition's the same, advertisements the same. Lakes Region Planning Commission, which I'm now commissioner on, and they've told us it's going up.
Going up $700.
Mm-hmm.
Because and it says plus amount no longer provided by the state.
Mm-hmm. And there was another little section that's going up that has nothing to do with us, so I'll keep moving on without that. Supplies, we're keeping the same. Postage, as everybody else, has gone up a little bit.
Yep.
Um,
But that's an in and an out.
right. Mm-hmm.
Everything else is status quo.
Mm-hmm.
Books and periodics.
That's
Same.
for the printing of the once a year.
I was saying,
Mhm.
yeah.
Recording fees. Master plan review, which right now is at $1. That my guess is that might change next year. We now have a chair for the master plan. And he's going to be working on it in 2026 to keep it going every year so that we don't have to do a big one in 8 more years. Planning consultant fees, the same. What is my area of contention is,
You wanna finish this
oh,
first?
you want to finish that first? Okay.
Yeah, because this is your budget, and the what you're going to be talking about
Is
falls
something
under
different.
another budget.
Okay, perfect.
So the planning board's budget, I'm not going to move on this because I actually sit on the planning board, so I don't think it's appropriate that I move on this budget.
All right, so I'll move that we accept the planning board budget 4191 for the amount of $30,105.
I'll second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you. So the next item that I would like to have your time with is the planning board's legal dollars. If you, I don't know if you have our history, but from 2015 to 2025, so it's 10 years worth, there has been a lot of variance in there, and as you can imagine, on our board, there is a lot of variance, and it's very, very
Can you make
possible.
some copies?
Okay, very, very possible that at any moment our board can be sued, and being an ex-CEO of a company, I think it's prudent that we are prepared for the worst case scenario and you hope for the best. And you know, at one point we had a budget of 20,000, and then it was reduced down to 10, and then it was reduced down to 5. Now I do know that we did put a line item in our budget for a consultant for 4,000, so I can see an offset from the 20 maybe down to 16, or then I think it was 15. But to go from 5,000, which we just have been very lucky, and hopefully it's because we're doing a good job on the planning board and making sure we cross our T's and dot our I's, that we have not gotten into any litigation, which, as you all know, can be extremely expensive. And so I find it not prudent on the town's behalf to cut the planning board's budget from $5,000, which I think is very, very low to begin with, down to $2,500. And it's my understanding that it was not done because it was felt that, you know, the planning board has a low probability of being sued or litigation. It was because they wanted to take that $2,500 and add it onto another line item for different departments, which I find to be a little bit odd. To be doing that for that reason. And so again, I am here to plead with you all, as much as we are very, very careful about ensuring that we follow a process. You still never know what's gonna come and get you later on. In addition to that, we are very much, as you all know, I've only been doing this particular position for a year plus, and my background is in reviewing documents and ensuring that you know, we are doing the best job we can, and so we are right now going through our zoning, we're going through plan review, and we're going through our subdivision regulations. And I can tell you that I spent a lot of hours on that, Susan and I both, and we're going to be making quite a bit of change because there's some, over the years, things have gotten a little unorganized in those 3 documents, and we are finally putting it the way it needs to be. So this is going to go out to the attorneys, you know, to make sure that what we're doing is correct. So I can tell you that we're going to be spending some money.
And that consultant line, the bottom line there doesn't.
That is right. She helps me with coming up with terminology, understanding, you know, specific RSAs that are changing, so that the board has a better understanding of where or what we should be doing. Okay, but she's not a lawyer, and she will tell us all the time, you know, please check with your lawyer and to ensure that, you know, you're in compliance. Fine.
And that's why specifically a couple of years ago we chose to split the legal line. We added the consultant, and we actually split the legal line. I forget what the amount was, but we split it in half. Left half in legal and half in the consultant line, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, well,
right?
and again, I wasn't here, so I know that the consultant is at 4, and we were at 5.
Right, it was at
Oh, she was at 5. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
our legal went from 20,000 up until 2023. We were at 20,000, and I'm assuming it's because we've been lucky and we've had a few years of no litigation, which is great. You know, it's perfect, and we love
That
that.
means we're doing something right.
We're doing something right, but again, you can't anticipate when something horrible is going to happen. But again, okay, so in 2024, we dropped it down to 10,000. Again, I wasn't here. Don't know what the rationale was. Maybe you guys were looking for dollars, but whatever it was, we dropped down to 10. And then in 2025, it got dropped down to 5. I'm assuming it was because then we took on a consultant and we were paying her 4. So we thought, okay, let's, you know, split the difference there so that we get more bang for our bucks using a consultant at less per hour than the attorney who charges more per hour. And so far she's been great. She has helped me tremendously, and I know she's helped Susan in the past. But being new, was really great. She's kind of gotten me up to speed on a lot of the areas, and I find it very, very helpful.
For what it's worth, sitting as the selectman's representative to the planning board, these two are a great team.
Yeah.
They do a great job, and we're very lucky to have them.
Thank you.
Speaking to this, the legal, your argument, your contention is not with us.
Right.
It's
Correct.
with the budget committee.
That is correct.
We supported your $5,000 as well as we supported the $4,000 for the consultant. However, you're not being hung out. If something happens, we will find the money to cover it. We can either use the selectmen's legal line if there's room there.
Mm-hmm.
We have contingency that we can pull from if we need to. So there are other avenues if that happens,
That's
if we need the money.
yeah. It's great to know that, and
Yeah.
thank you, Bob, for at least reducing my anxiety over. Hey, I mean, we're doing the best we can, but
Yeah.
you don't
You won't-
quite always
you won't be
understand when
left
these
out to
things
dry.
come. Yeah.
But
With that said,
that being said, your argument is with the budget committee, and if
Right.
you want to bring this to them, you could ask to be heard. You can't. You can show up. Whether they hear, whether they let you
Well,
speak
they
or
can-
not is entirely their decision. But
I think they need to make appointments like everybody else in the world.
yeah,
So,
There is a public input.
Yes, they do have public input.
okay. So the meeting tomorrow night,
I can
6 o'clock here.
be on the public side.
But it's, as soon as it starts, the public input is right when the meeting gets started,
Yeah,
so
that's fine.
don't be late.
Yeah, I understand. Well, I just find it again. My understanding of how this happened is I guess my area of contention is that they went ahead and put a line item for themselves, which is my understanding is that they may not have the authority to do that, and so my understanding.
According to them, they do.
Yeah. So I guess my question here is that if this is something where you feel the need to get involved in, I would implore you to do so.
We can't at this point.
Okay.
We've approved your budget.
Mm-hmm.
It's moved on to the budget committee. They've approved your budget with a reduction.
Mm-hmm.
so it's 5,000 the right number?
And now it's down to
No,
2,500.
I know. I mean, you're gonna have to.
Well, again, do I think the 5,000 is the right number?
Who knows?
Who knows? I mean, when we had it for 10,000 that year, our legal bills were 19,000. So the following year, you went up to 20, and then that year was only 13. So
Well,
then.
this sheet that we got,
Mm-hmm.
which gives the 10-year history,
Mm-hmm.
you need to make 7 copies of that.
Yeah, it's
So
actually not a
everybody
bad
gets
idea.
one.
Yeah, and I don't believe the 875 is really accurate for this year
It's not complete.
because we haven't finalized this year. So my guess for the
Put an
875
asterisk with a note.
yeah, that's going to be quite a bit more because, like I said, I have 3 books that need to be reviewed at whatever she charges per hour. She's going to definitely be charging us quite a bit to ensure that everything that we're about to vote on in the future here is meets her snuff test. So
Do you? I'm not quite sure how to ask this question, so
just
I'll
one,
throw it out there.
yeah, throw it out.
Do you have some sort of? Is there some intuition that's going on here that's getting you squirrely about this number?
Yeah,
Or?
actually there is, and we know about this hotel deal that's going to come before us here pretty soon, and there's a lot of issues going on, and
The likelihood is.
we don't know what the likelihood
don't-
is,
we don't-
but
we don't
I
know,
can
but-
tell you that if there is any form of pushback on the planning board,
Yeah.
as there were at the ZBA,
Yep.
we're going to end up probably being the group that gets pushed back harder.
Yep.
And you're certainly going to
So-
exercise your ability for
Yeah.
legal
And I
counsel.
appreciate your candor because that's.
We're a team, right? So that's why I'm here.
Yep.
That's the
So-
way I work.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we talked about this the last time around, but knowing going into this, you haven't had the meeting with the motel people yet.
Yes, we have. We've had one meeting with them prior to us finding out that they were taking over and wanting to
But then you
take
went to
the restaurant to the.
ZBA.
No. Originally, they came to us just with some land that they wanted to separate into 5 building lots, which is gonna be 10 homes. Then, as you all know, then the rest of their plan came out, which was to take the restaurant, turn it into the hotel or motel, and potentially then take what they believe to be the approval of 5 lots and join it to the hotel under the same management and put on this cluster development, which is commercial, and you know, develop this whole property as a hotel with cluster, you know, daily night rentals. Fine. Again, if it's legal, perfect. I'm a very objective kind of a guy. So I'm not taking a position one way or the other, whether this is right, wrong, or indifferent. The issue is, though, that they're now done with the ZBA, and at that meeting, which I was there, they threatened if you don't approve this, we're just going to move forward on what the planning board approved. Well, there's a little bit now, things have changed since they were here. The road did not get approved by the state, so our approval is no longer approved because that didn't go through.
Right.
And now we know it's going to be part of a commercial business, which we didn't know then. We thought it was just residential homes.
Yeah.
So things have changed, you know, so it'll be a totally different planning
I guess where I was
review.
going with this is that you gotta spend some money before the next meeting, because you need to get some legal opinions.
Oh, there's going to be lots of things I'm going to need to do. Exactly. So that's why I'm squirrely, you
You
know.
may use that for, what is it, $2,500 that you've got in the budget.
Well, that's for 2026.
Right,
I haven't even gotten there yet.
right. But
Right.
I think you're gonna start using money
Mm-hmm.
at a faster rate than you have in the last 2 years.
I agree. And, you know, there's other things coming up, you know,
Not
so.
the last question before the planning board.
Anyways, so.
So, yeah, I highly recommend that you come to the budget committee tomorrow night
if you can make it,
and
that would
present your
be,
case.
yeah.
Mhm. So it's
Ask
just the budget committee. You guys will not be there.
No, we'll be
Or
there.
you'll be there.
He sits on the budget
I'm
committee as
the
the
I'm the
representative.
selectman's
Okay,
representative.
perfect.
But Bob goes to most of the
Yeah.
meetings.
I go
Yeah,
to
of
all the
course.
meetings anyways,
Yeah.
but I can't say much.
Well, once the budget's passed at town meeting, even if nothing changes here, they have no input on how we spend the money.
Gotcha.
So if you need another $10,000 in legal, we've got a whole budget to look at.
Yeah, I understand that, and that does lower my anxiety over money. Again, I'm a budget guy. I'm very much like, again, I'm a team player.
But you're planning for this,
Yes.
so it's nice to put it in your
Yeah.
budget.
Yep.
Mhm.
No, but
Yeah, and again, we left it at $5,000. Again, you know, you hope that you're not going to have it, but it just. I think $5,000.
$5,000 could very easily
The
be
funny
mediocre.
thing about it is,
I mean,
I'm
it should have been
gonna
more
guess
like
if we-
20.
If we ran just a simple average on these,
Yes,
we'd
correct.
be over $5,000.
That's correct.
Like
Right.
pretty
sure.
easily. So
The other
We've
number
been
I
lucky.
wanna put on there is the hourly rate that you're being charged.
because we can have a burn rate.
You can get me with
Yeah,
Laura
I'll
charges,
get
right?
a copy of the
What's the
last
billing
invoice.
rate?
It has
Yeah,
the hourly rate on
if
it.
I'm not mistaken, I think it was it 275?
Yeah.
I think so,
Is
yeah.
that what it is? I think it's
Okay.
up here
When
somewhere.
I do some simple math, you know, it's 275 and that's $2,500.
Yeah, well, it's not very much time,
Not-
correct.
Not much time.
That's not even 10 hours. So,
Yeah.
so that's, you know, I get on the phone with her, I am on the phone with her for an hour.
A couple of phone calls, you burn that right
Yeah,
up.
exactly. So, I just think it's not prudent, that's all.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
But again, I appreciate the fact that at least I know that if I do go through that money, we're not without legal representation and fees to pay for it.
Because they can't sue you, they gotta sue the town, which
I
is
know.
us.
But again, it's still, you know, we're a team, right? So,
Okay.
Appreciate it.
yep, okay, thank you.
All right, thank you. Good night.
Good night, appreciate you guys fitting me in.
All right. Cobalt. Hi, Chris.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how you doing?
Well, Chris.
Right. So that there.
Now we have to look at it.
Well, Yes, got it.
So, quick update where we're at down there. They are completing roofing. I just left there. They had a couple more shingles to put down, and they're gonna be complete with the project today. Framing is completed. They've cleaned up. They've left some material behind for blocking and such during MVP, but they are completed. And later this week, we'll be taking delivery of our siding materials and likely starting siding. And next week, we'll start mechanical, electrical, and plumbing.
Windows and doors?
When windows are in, doors are on order. Worked with Audrey on that today.
Garage doors.
Garage doors are ordered. We just have to do the trim, and then they can do one trip out to do it. So that'll be the siders first thing.
Sorry, did you say that windows were done too?
Windows we're doing today. Yep.
So this.
Oh, windows were done today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
The siding people are doing the trim for the garage doors and not Heyman.
Correct. Heyman was only doing roof line so that he could keep the roof company moving.
And are they, I mean, what kind of doors are they? They're just hung on the wall framing, or they have the tracks that go in and hang on the ceiling?
We'll have tracks to hang on the ceiling as well. Our operators are going to be front mounted, so they'll mount on the
So we
exterior
don't have to
wall.
worry about sheetrock in the ceiling before we do that, or how do you
We'll
You
go
just shim
around
it.
it.
You shim it, they'll shim it before they hang it, right?
Yeah, or they'll leave them loose and we'll just
screw it in?
yeah one at a time because that's a plywood ceiling anyways. So all that's there. Mechanical room plywood has been hung. It's been painted, so everyone can go in. They can do whatever they need to. And except with the exception of the two garage doors, every other door is a temp door for construction, so folks can enter and exit, and it's considered weather tight and
Then
it's
you can,
lockable.
then you can secure it.
So all that's ready.
It's snowing Saturday.
No, we're not.
I just watched the weather on the way down.
That we don't need snow on Saturday whatsoever. We have lots of work to do. But overall, we're in really good shape. We're weather tight. If it does snow, we're good. We're going to keep moving inside. So, yeah. The MVP guys start next week. We're in really good shape. They did a fantastic job. Roofers and Heyman alike did a really,
And how
really
long
nice
will the
job.
siding take to do, you think?
They'll probably be there for an entire month. I don't believe. Yeah, they have a good amount of trim to do. Soffits, it's all PVC work. They should take their time going through it. And I assume we're gonna have a couple rain days coming up that they're gonna lose some time on.
This siding that you're putting up, it's a plywood-based siding, right?
Yeah,
Are they gonna, any cuts that they make, are they gonna paint the butt edges
yeah. So all
before
of
they
this,
put them up?
yeah, and they'll leave us with a can after for any adjustments or cuts that we have to do. And the new LP Smart Side comes with an overlap to begin with now, so we're gonna see the product install method is slightly different than what was done at the library, where it butts together and then there's a sheet, a colored sheet that goes behind it so it can move. It now actually has a factory overlap that goes on it, so it'll be slightly different. But yeah, everything will be primed. We
Okay.
bought all those materials, everything through them.
Cool.
So that's where we are on site. In front of you guys is a handful of different items. The first one that's on top is GS Bolton. They're an epoxy company. The top number is in regards to the garage floor. The second number is in regards to, he's calling out room numbers, which are familiar on the front plan. Those would be the bathroom, the 3 detention rooms, the general area, and the locker room. And that would be a single color epoxy.
So it's 30 grand.
Correct.
Okay.
The 18.5 has been our carry. We've had this number for a bit. We were trying to solicit some other epoxy bids. Every other epoxy bid that we had was through a subcontractor, which was something that we were trying to avoid. So the installers would be direct to the project. So that's where the 18.5 is, and the 12.5 is the garage floor issue.
So out of our flooring budget, we're gonna have to put in some kind of a flooring. We're just choosing to do epoxy in these areas. except for the garage where we're being forced to do it because of the condition of the concrete.
Correct. Correct. Yes, we had always planned when we worked on some of the budget iterations that went out. The 18.5 has been our carry number for epoxy.
Okay. But this 12.5
Was
was
our carry.
unexpected.
Yeah, that's unexpected. That's due to quality of product.
Poor
turnover.
workmanship
Yeah.
and quality product. Okay.
So we're, I mean, I did run the numbers on all the work that's been done, and then the adjustments that have to be made. And it looked like we were three grand underwater, or $3 grand that we actually still owed. But if we're adding another 12.5, then we're going the other way. Now we're $9 grand that is owed to us.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. So what I'd like to do is at least award to get on board at the 18.5, and I mean it's up to you guys the tolerance level that wants to be put forth in the garage. I don't think it's an appropriate product to turn over.
So you're
That-
not recommending the 12.5 in the garage, is that what
No.
you're saying?
I would be, but
He's
I would like
recommending-
to award the 18.5 based on budget, hold the 12.5 until that situation gets worked out. Would that be a reasonable?
Well, why would we hold off? We know we're gonna need to do it, right?
Right.
Chris is saying it's as I understand it, it's unacceptable the way it is, and by not doing it, we have a sub.
Bar floor.
Bar floor.
Correct.
It's a non-negotiable item too. I mean, and so, I mean, I'd move that we award 30 grand and just, now we have a finite number, they're gonna do the work, this isn't an estimate, this is an actual number.
This is an actual number.
So then they're gonna do the work, we've got an actual expense,
And it's gonna be on us to recoup anything that we can,
Right.
if we can.
right?
It's actually 30K.
31, it's 31.
31, excuse me, 31.
Is it 31?
It's 31.
Yeah.
It is 31, I'm sorry.
I'm with you.
I'm gonna move that we award GS Bolton $31,000 for the epoxy work at the new police station.
I'll second. Any further discussion? All those in favor? Aye.
Next one you have is from Jessica Stockman, Stockman Designs. Her agreement for $3,000 as a flat fee is to go through and assist us in picking out what she lists out, scope of services, wall paint colors, interior doors and trim, hardware, LVP for hallways, so luxury vinyl plank, carpet tiles for offices, the epoxy floor color and a cove base color, kitchenette finishes, hardware and countertops, which you've already bought out through Simply Custom, so she'll assist in like door profile colors and the color of the solid surface there. And she will also assist in coordination through the furniture supplier for fabrics and colors there. I called her last week and had a great conversation with her. She's 100% on board, and she's a resident of Tuftonboro. So I did stop there and calling folks because her number was fair and she was over.
I think this is a lot of work for $3,000.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I would fully agree. That's
Well, it
why I
takes-
stopped calling
Yeah,
other folks.
and it does take a lot of stuff off of Chris's shoulders.
Yeah, yeah, so I would totally support this.
So, the only thing I don't see here, well, I guess it's under that sort of crazy little second bullet point on the back. She needs to come in for approval. I mean, a digital mood board is a wonderful thing, and we'll probably get some public input on that, but we need to get
We'll have
the.
solid samples. I will be bringing them to the board to help with the cost of that. I think she would if we put it all together at one time. She was trying to avoid visiting us dozens of times in the coming weeks. I think is
Yeah, I'm not thinking there's a dozen visits involved. It's just, I mean,
Multiple visits.
yeah, it's wall colors, flooring, et cetera, and the finishes in the kitchen, it's basically all. I'm really looking for some kind of input from her.
Every man must know his limitations. And when it comes to interior decorating, I know my
No,
limitations.
but I mean, she's
So-
gonna put together something called a digital mood board, which
Uh-huh.
should illustrate a walk through the building and the colors and how they wanna look. I mean,
I think she's willing to come in. I think she's trying to, because we did talk about it. She does have a toddler,
yeah.
so the selectman meeting times are not super convenient for her as she juggles everything, which was very evident on the phone calls with her as she was
The other end of
juggling a toddler.
It works at the other end of the age bracket as well. This is not terribly convenient for old people like me. But we can have a work session.
That's a great idea, and
And bring you in and her in,
I think that would definitely gain traction.
and we actually do, we're voting on the $1,500. We don't all have to be here for that work session if that becomes. an
No, when it
issue.
comes down to colors and stuff,
Yeah,
I'm highly unreliable when it comes to colors.
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, I'm more than willing to be completely hands off on this because the reason why we're hiring her is she's a professional.
Correct.
all right.
We've already made it clear that we want it similar to the other town buildings, library,
Okay,
fire department, whatever.
okay.
You want to run with this?
Yeah, we're gonna have a work session because I don't see any references here at all. I don't see anything that she's done that I can look at. So you may be willing to take whatever product is given us, but I think I'd like to look at it before we pay for it.
It's all yours.
Yep.
I'll make a motion that we award Stockton Design $3,000 for the interior design work of the new police station.
I'll second. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
So the next two that you have are painting. You have a estimate in front of you from Bode Painting and Restoration out of Alton, New Hampshire for $24,500, and then you have a proposal from Certapro Painters, which is a much larger company. These ones are
Franchise.
It's a franchise-based company. These guys are out of Salem, New Hampshire. Their total is $15,254. We are carrying the same scopes in the fact that we are looking for prep and paint of walls. All metal doors and metal frames are to receive a primer coat, 2 coats of finish in a direct to metal paint, and then ceilings in the sally port and bell room being plywood will be painted white. And everything will receive 2 coats of paint. We did buy the primer from the drywallers, so neither company needs to carry priming and drywall. So we have like scopes, and we have a $10,000 difference.
We have, we got a lot of painters around here.
Mhm.
Bodette Painting, is this somebody that you've worked with before?
We've worked with Bode before, and they work a lot with a bunch of different contractors around the area.
And they've got the horsepower to knock this out?
Yeah, they're larger. They can handle.
Have you reached out to any of our local painters? Because we're encouraging local work.
So we've reached out to like folks out of Ossipee and some. I don't personally use local painters due to scale, but what was found through like references from like calling Paint Winnie and stuff like that, we have called them. Nothing's really stuck. If there's somebody that you think would be really interested in it, I'm definitely open to it.
I just, there's a lot of painters around here. I'd like to see them have an opportunity. I don't know if this is something that we put out to bid or what. And I've worked with quite a few, and they're all good. Whether they have the horsepower to knock this thing out in a couple of weeks, I don't know. Manpower around here seems to be less. I'm sure Certapro probably will come in with 6 guys and
Be
knock
done.
the thing out.
No, their pricing is extremely competitive.
It's aggressive.
Which is the other thing that if we start reaching out to local guys, I would be surprised if they can hit.
Yeah, and you're going to be
This.
up. You're going to be up there with Bode,
Yeah,
whatever.
he's never corrected me either way, so I have no idea. So I guess like that's when Certapros came, I stopped chasing some of the phone calls and going through the list that like Paint Winnie and the hardware store
Have you worked
shared.
with Certapro before?
I have.
Are you happy with the quality of work that they produce?
It was suitable for the project that we were on. Yeah, we were on an airplane hangar.
Mm-hmm.
We had a set deadline. It was night hours. They were willing to meet the expectation, and they were willing to paint the airplane hangar white.
And they got it done.
And there was one color. It never changed. Doors trim, whatever was in front of them was painted white, and they did that very well. They did the Tamworth transfer station with us, but again, that was green was the body color of T111 siding. So I would, I think I would say with great confidence, you're looking at a significant quality difference between a Certapro painting company and a Baudet painting company or Baudet.
But we're not painting the lakefront home here either.
But we're not. I don't believe that I personally would ever put Certapro in any one of the homes that are located on the lakes around here. We are just painting a police station, single color, similar to what we have in here. If the design goes, its trim and wall color is the same. In that case, then I think it's just. bodies
And
that
as,
we paint
as
on.
much as I would like a local painter to get the job, I also agree that with your statement that their price point is not going to be anywhere near what Certapro could come in at.
No,
and we are looking to do it as least
Yeah, I
expensive
appreciate,
as possible.
Trying to get things done as cheap as possible. The difference between an airplane hangar and a police station is usage.
yeah,
And you got people using all of those rooms all the time. And I think it might be short-sighted to underpaint and then have to go and do it over again. And once you got everything in there and everybody's working, you're not gonna get it done over again.
I'm always afraid of the that line, "Pay me now or pay me later." If we take a shortcut and do it cheap now,
What was our original budget amount?
What are we carrying for paint? Do you remember?
that one I don't remember.
I know we got it somewhere.
yeah, it's in my
Finding it.
it's in my police folder, and I don't have my police folder here.
And I have no problem reaching out to local paint. I wanted to respect their time and not run into situations where we called 5 of them and said, I'm sorry, the project was awarded to somebody else. Definitely.
I also have to be very careful of throwing names out, because if I throw out one person's name and I don't throw out another person's name, then that raises eyebrows and
Oh yeah.
hurt
no,
feelings
so
and whatnot.
I just did what anybody would. We went to Paint Winnie. They sell high quality paints.
Mhm.
They're extremely knowledgeable. They're absolutely fantastic to deal with. And that's who they use.
And one thing I did learn in the construction trade is that the money's in the labor, it's not in the paint. So,
Yeah.
so you buy the best quality paint that you can.
21,000 is what we've been carrying for paint.
So we end up close to $6,000 under.
Yeah, well, that's if we go with the cheapest guy on the street.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been carrying 21. I'm more inclined to go with a higher bid for quality.
I'd like to see some more. I'd like to see a couple more prices.
Is there, and what about wiggle room on this guy? Baudet?
We started at 33, so I can keep going.
Wow.
So
I think I'd like to see a couple more from some locals.
okay,
Talk to the guys.
Yep.
Get some names.
absolutely. No, we'll do some more follow-up phone calls. They were great. They gave us the list was almost 10 names to call that they felt that were crew sizes of 3 or more people.
Yep.
That was kind of the cutoff. 3 and under really may struggle. 3 or over would probably be able to do it. So we'll finish calling that list and see who comes up. Especially now since there'd be an interest in spending a little bit more money than that. Cool.
That it?
That's all I have.
All right.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Did you get the acoustics? And that's,
We
You wanna sign this one?
that's not there.
Anyone can sign anyone, right?
Okay. No, that doesn't have to do with Chris, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
And
That was released, we have shop drawings from them that we're approving.
we're all set, or we haven't awarded this yet.
Oh, we did award.
Okay, so that's done. And we awarded the, I forget the guy's name, the consent calendar has a contract for the general contractor.
Norman?
Yes,
Yeah.
he has that, so he starts in the month. That one.
That one.
Yeah.
Okay. You can start.
I don't have anything to sign for Bolton.
That's gonna be a labor, so we can just, if we just do
Or
a
the contract?
contract based on that proposal, now it's okay to, yeah.
Okay.
And we find the water line?
I haven't quite done yet. It's quite loud in there. We marked walls today so that everyone could rough in.
Will you hand that to
But we haven't-
Audrey, please?
We haven't dug in yet.
Okay. And is, what was his name?
He is not. But he's communicated. So we know he exists, we know he's ready, he knows that he can
I
get.
passed him
next
on,
week.
waved to him on the road yesterday. So he's in town.
It's snowing on Saturday.
He's alive.
Hopefully
It's supposed to be 52 on Saturday.
You're the only one seeing snow.
52 on Saturday, according to
We'll
my.
see, we'll see.
That's a far cry from snow.
Get my weather from Dave.
Call me an optimist.
All right, thank you, Chris.
Yes, thank you guys.
All right, Dennis,
Are you around at all this week or is this?
you ready?
Woody's in and out, and I'll be around, I can be around Thursday, Friday if you want.
Maybe Thursday I'll stop down.
Okay.
Well, I'll have Audrey in touch with
Thank you.
Thank you.
you. What I'm doing now.
How's everybody doing, all right?
Great, how you doing?
I'm good. Good. Just a quick report before the budget, if you don't mind.
Oh,
Is that all right?
yeah, of course.
Friday, we had trunk or treat. Big success, big success. I thank the fire department. They brought the fire engine on one side of the driveway, the police on the other side. I had 80 bags, because I don't know if you ever tried to go buy candy. 300 pieces in a bag. Well, the candy bars are this big, right? So you can't just give the kid. So we stuffed bags. So I had 80 bags. Those were gone. Then I had another bin of just loose candy, a handful, handful. He ran out of candy, come over, handfuls. That other person I didn't even know was a trunk or treat. He come over, needed more candy. So big mobs of people. And of course it was great because they all parked here and kind of went over to trick or treat
That's great.
over the butternut line.
Nice.
So it was good.
Nice.
And the school had something. That's the good news. The bad news, we got to find a way to get our clients to events. The school has a whole new way called the parents page. So outside of the Granite State, no more flyers going home in backpacks. We got, sidewalk signs. We've got to start this whole email thing. We've got to get our clients on an email, so we have our own page with them. Reason being, last Tuesday was first night of dodgeball, 4 kids. Normally we have 30 or 40. We had the party the Saturday before up at the townhouse. The last time we did the party, 40-something kids. What do we have? 14 kids.
Yeah.
And it's the same effort if you got 100 kids or 3 kids, So when I talked to the school after, I poor Deb up there, I kind of, I can be a little rough once in a while. You don't know that. But anyway, I said, this parent page is not working. It's almost like your phone. You look and you got promotions, and it's just so many of them. People don't read it. And they were saying it was a paper thing, like if I would take 120 copies of an event up there. So they didn't use the paper, but they said parents didn't go in the backpack. But I bet you that worked better than what's happening now. So anyway, we got to, hopefully tomorrow night will be we got the word out. Some of the Wolfboro parents called and said, "Can Wolfboro come?" And I said, "Yeah, it's going to cost you $500." No, I didn't say that. But anyway, men's basketball starts this Thursday too, so we're excited about that. You ready for budgets?
Sure.
Got my rough.
So
So-
you're saying you're gonna put an email list together, is that how that's gonna work?
We got to get emails of people that come to our events, but I'm not sure if we can get emails from just residents in Tuftonboro. I don't know, but
We can ask.
yeah, who would we ask
You got
that?
all those people at the Halloween thing, we could certainly ask.
Yeah,
If they wanna give you their email.
That was my thoughts, to see if we can come up with a page to just have everybody that's participating start giving email, so that we can just start sending out a group email to everyone so that we have something.
Put together an ad for the Tuftonboro Times, you know, get on our mailing list,
Yeah.
so you know what's going on in Tuftonboro. You know,
That's a
make
great
some
idea.
Sort of splash there.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's like I told him, I'm not the guy to go around and put up, posters in restaurants and stuff, and I'm not the email guy. I got to get someone on my commission or somebody to do that.
Well, the Tuftonboro Times goes out to every single mailbox in the town.
Right.
If you, like Chip says, if you write an article explaining
Yeah.
we want to get the word out, we want participation, sign up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's a fantastic idea.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'd almost see if you couldn't get it structured more
when-
like an ad.
You can also include QR code in the Tuftonboro Times. They've done it before.
We've discussed at the meetings to come get T-shirts with a QR code that people can scan and have the entire schedule for the season on a T-shirt or on a sign or stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, wherever it goes, you want it to be
Mm-hmm.
flexible because it's going to change, obviously. But yeah, no, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
anything to get word out, especially now that we're getting the bad numbers. We need
Yeah.
parents
the party we
swear
had,
it's a
we-
system. It doesn't.
Your tenant there, John, did a great job with his DJing and some of the 14 kids. I mean, we did, Pass the Rat, Wrap the Mummy, Freeze Dance, Limbo. I mean, all that goofy stuff. And those kids had a ball.
Chris,
We had great luck with the QR code for the household hazards day. Mike Reese had been planning, we put the QR code with a list of places people could go, and it worked out great, because we were always having people that went up there for scan the QR code, everything.
Yeah.
So-
but how did you distribute the QR code?
It was on a
Yeah,
poster.
on the building,
There's
Oh,
a
on
big
the
poster.
building.
by the library.
Okay.
We had handouts.
That's one I never thought. The town dump is a great place to get some posters up. Everybody goes to the dump.
Yeah, right.
If you make banners,
There you go.
Yeah,
Exact light bulb just went off.
absolutely. We'll make that
Big
happen.
QR code.
A big QR code.
I love it.
All right, let's get into this budget
Yep,
thing.
bring it on.
Okay, program director is me, I guess. I put in 127 through the advice of Audrey, saying go from step 4 to step 5. It's really a 59
59 cents.
difference.
I don't know if we can afford it.
So that figure there is based on a step 5, because I'm being positive.
And assistant director,
No
So step
assistance.
plus cola.
Pardon me?
Step plus cola. Cola.
cost
Cost
of
of
Cost of living increase
Hmm.
it was built in there as well.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
Cola plus a step.
Yeah.
An assistant director, you're not using an assistant
No,
director?
no, and I think the biggest thing with the budget, of course, is this dock thing, which raised it 10 grand more than needed, but we'll get into that.
Yeah.
Water safety instructor, hoping we get one. We tried last year, and we're gonna try again. Support staff is pretty much the same, and that's including the maintenance, 55 days, 2 hours a day, 110 hours times $20 is 2,200. The beach monitor is 50 dates, 180 hours times $20 per hour. That's 3,600. You add them both together, and that's what you get. maybe a little more. No, what is that?
So, sorry, what are the two positions for Stuart?
It's the beach cleaner.
Yep, beach.
Yeah, you know, he glooms the beach and does the trash and
Yep.
pavilion. And then the beach monitor,
Yep.
which this year I'm going to try and get 2 people. The girl last year was good, but she was honest with me. She didn't like being the bad guy type
Yep.
people.
Yep.
And she was so we're looking for 2 people on that. So that's 6280 for the 2 positions.
Does any of this translate? I know that you spend a lot of time at 19 Mile Bay. Do you spend much time at
No, he keeps
Melvin
asking
Wharf?
me that. No, honestly, I didn't know. I honestly didn't.
Does somebody empty the trash down at?
Yeah, the same guy
Down there?
empties it. Yeah.
Do they rake
Billy's.
the beach?
Billy.
Does he rake the beach?
No. Billy's the trash guy. He does
Yeah.
Melvin. Yeah. But no, that's a good point. You know, I remember Chip brought that up at another meeting. As far as maintenance, I mean, I'll go down there and check it, but
It doesn't need a lot.
no, I mean the beach
But
is so small, but it was kind of
But it'd be nice to
discouraging to
know
see
that,
those
yeah.
ruts and stuff like that. You know, but I mean, you're right. I mean, it seemed like this year we had the least duck geese problem than we ever had at 19 Mile. But I remember in past years, Melvin, you'd walk that grass dock out there and it'd be like landmines, you know. So yeah,
Green
you're
Tootsie
right.
Rolls.
No, so that's a good point. I mean, we should look at that because no maintenance has gone in from our
Yeah,
side.
it doesn't need a lot, but it should be.
Yeah,
you should
no.
pay attention to it.
You're right. I'll write that in.
So defend your youth assistance, because you haven't spent any money on that.
Yeah,
No, that's the split that we send to Wolfboro. That and the $8,000 right below it. Those 2 lines combined
yeah,
equal the 16,000 that we send to Wolfboro.
yeah. Any progress on that?
Not right now.
No.
Not right now.
We got to be perfectly honest with you, the police station
Right.
took the majority of our attention,
Sure, I
all of
understand.
our attention this
Yeah.
summer, and we're in budget season, so the discussion is not happening.
Yeah. Okay.
It'll probably happen after the first of the year,
Yeah.
where we come up with a new arrangement, right? That's on your high on your list of things to do.
So the lifeguards,
Okay.
are we gonna have lifeguards?
Well, that was actually if you hired the swim instructor, if she ever needed first aid stuff or if they have to get recertified up at Camp Sentinel, we pay them. I think it was $250 last time we sent someone up there to get certified.
Okay.
So I think we should just keep that there just to see. I haven't heard from Michelle at the porta potties as far as any raises. Have we? No.
So did you put in? Oh, okay. So status quo. Sorry.
Yeah. So Old Home Days was 5,000. We kept that the same. The concerts again, you know, the surprise police detail was thrown at me, so we put 810 for the details and roughly 1,000, but just rounded it off to 2,000.
Well, you overspent this year about 300, so 2,000 seems like a reason.
Well, I didn't really because I didn't know about it.
But
Yeah, but no,
we're
I'm
just
right.
acknowledging the number. It's
Yeah.
not. We're not putting blame on anyone.
No,
It's
no.
just
Okay.
no, but
Acknowledging the number.
we talked about this, and this is a right increase. We believe that the police detail should come out of Parks and Rec.
Yeah, that's fine.
For your events.
Yeah.
we're good.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm good with that.
I mean, you probably want to get 2 or 3 because that crowd down there is pretty rough.
Yeah.
So you've underspent the Old Home Days.
The what? I'm sorry, Mike.
I'm at,
I got-
Old Home Days was underspent.
yeah,
Yeah, we took money from that with to the dock stuff.
yeah, I appreciate what you did with it, but
Yeah,
you spent $1,735,
for Old Home Days, yeah.
and now you're asking for 5,000.
Yeah.
Is that a reasonable number?
Well, if you remember a couple of meetings ago, we're trying to involve the whole community
Okay.
with the association and groups, the hikers and police.
Yeah, yeah.
Fire.
I
So,
just want you to be able to defend it. I'm not saying.
yeah, no. We'll
Yeah,
spend-
because And the budget committee will see 1,700 and then 5,000.
Right.
They'll ask the same question we're asking.
Yeah, yeah, and I'll
And
give
you,
the same,
and you need to defend it.
I will.
The same with recreational areas. You've only spent $2,700 out of 4,000, and you want an additional 1,000. You want to go to 5,000. What's the purpose?
This year we were kind of not knowing where we were going to have it with the electricity or at the beach. You know, we did give out the last 2 years, which I think is a good move. 200 T-shirts over the last 2 years, Tufton Bro. You know, the band I don't think came out of that, which was $500. We had extra money in the concerts that we brought in. Instead of 5,200, we brought in 6,200. That don't show on this, so we used that money to pay for the band. So the band would now be included as Old Home Days expense.
No, I'm on recreational areas. Move along. The next line, 2 lines down, recreational areas.
Yeah,
You had a $4,000 budget, now you want a $5,000 budget, but you
Right.
only spent $2,700.
yeah.
What do you do with recreational areas?
Define recreational areas.
Yeah.
I think that whole thing is a mix-up of maintenance stuff, of getting fence repaired over the years. It was a lot of different things. It wasn't just paying for basketballs or dodgeballs or anything else. I think a lot of stuff came out of that.
So
Fixing,
So recreation
So-
area maintenance might be a better title.
Well, maybe. I mean,
and then so but what's your reasoning for wanting the extra 1,000?
to do more.
Okay, elaborate.
So like if you go up to Central School and they're all 6th grade and under, but the outside hoops are 10 feet, it's not good. 2nd grader can't shoot on that. So I'd like to
Gotcha.
get smaller hoops there.
Okay.
Things like that. I mean, you know, things at the beach, you know, a truck for Parks and Rec, you know, type of stuff like that. A van to bring people to the Red Sox game, stuff like that. No, I mean, I just, if I had an extra money, then I could do stuff. Believe me, I got a million ideas. I just think if we went up, you think the budget committee would question that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, the budget committee's.
You need to justify, especially with a
we're-
raise.
we're-
You're going to have a hard enough time justifying $4,000. Never mind $1,000 increase.
Okay.
We're your practice for the budget committee.
It's a
If,
practice.
if we're asking the
This
questions,
is a drill?
if we're asking the questions, the budget committee is
Yeah.
going to ask those
Okay.
questions.
All right.
So think
So
of it
now
as,
I can take what you're saying to me and give me some details. Now I can use that when I talk to the budget committee.
correct.
So do we keep it at
But-
5 or go back to 4?
Well, I'm still having a hard time with Old Home Days
Yeah.
and this recreation area line.
Okay.
So what's going to happen? Let's just for the sake of argument say we approve this budget as it is right now.
Yeah.
Budget committee is going to look at us and go. They're going to look at you for explanations, and they're going to wonder why we accepted without explanation.
Okay.
So
oh, we haven't accepted.
no, I know. I said for the sake of argument.
Well, if you think there's an argument now, give me about 10 minutes when we get down to another line.
Yeah.
And I'm going to bring that up now. So just this beach dock maintenance, it was 12,000. Well, 10,000 goes towards the new docks.
Yep.
Okay, so for example, this man here puts them out, takes them in, took the responsibility of taking over 20 Mile Bay from the doctors 2 years ago. So it's 3 beaches, swim lines, docks. So he got a check of $24.50 for a first payment, a second check for $22.50.
Yep.
So if 10,000 goes towards the new docks, that only leaves $2,000 for him.
And you spent $8,000. So
Yeah. So where do I get that other money? Do I add that to that? Another
Well,
2,700?
First install, the company's gonna do it, right? They're gonna
Might be
install
the-
it.
So the first install will be done this year, and it's a dry run, per se. They're going to install it to get the points into the ground. They have those screws they put in, and that's going to locate the docks every time because those are permanent.
Yeah.
They get all of that set up. In doing that, I'm going to volunteer my time to go there. I'm going to locate the corner posts where our swim lines go so that they can locate the docks, and spend the day, however much time, there with them so that I can see how they do it all and learn the process because it's a new dock system. I pretty much know how it works, but at the same time, better to learn as much as I can.
Sure.
That's going to be done this year. They will install and then they're going to pull it all out and store it on shore, similar to like we did with the old system for the winter. Then next spring I'm going to go in and I put in the docks.
So my question is, if he got 2,700 and I only put $2,000, do I boost that up 2,700 more?
Well, if you're gonna pay him $5,000 a year to put him in and take him out, and then you also need the $10,000 for the payment.
Right.
But didn't we pay them some money already?
Yes, they
give
have
me a deposit.
10,000
They
now.
have 10.
Yeah.
So we need to separate the $10,000 for this dock system from his operating budget, I think.
And I'll make it part of it, you mean?
Either we pay for it this year or
Stock
we
and maintenance.
warrant article it for next year. But I don't think it's part of his,
I don't think he needs a warrant article.
I don't think he does either, but that means we have to make the decision to spend that additional $10,000. This isn't gonna fly at budget time. They'll break it out if we don't break it out.
So are you saying that they're gonna consider this non-ma, I mean, it's replacing something that's already existing.
Mm-hmm.
And shingling a roof is replacing the shingles, and that,
Yeah, but
Wasn't
we're
considered
working on
maintenance.
that argument. I think this is a maintenance item.
oh, I do too, Bob, but I mean, we've got a lot of fish in the frying pan waiting to get cooked here, and I don't think this is helpful at all. I think we just need to figure out how we're gonna buy that. I'm not afraid of making it a warrant article. I think it would, I'm sure it would pass.
I mean, I kind of agree with Chip on this one in the sense that it would ease the pain here and the I keep wanting to say customers, the constituents would see it as a warrant article.
The problem I have with the warrant article is we've already started it, we've already made a payment on it. A
That's
warrant
fine.
article is only to cover the, what if they say no?
Then we'll find it somewhere else, Bob.
No, because no is no. They've said no to the
No.
project, not just the money.
No, it's,
I won't support a warrant article for
okay,
this.
then support spending the money.
I do.
Then take it out of this budget and spend it. Let's spend it in 25. I mean, that would make more sense. We've paid for half of it through whatever machinations you guys put together. So we can encumber 10 grand. It's a contract.
Mm-hmm. At the, well, he's at 80%. How much more money do you think you're gonna spend this year?
Not much, I mean, it's just.
You got $14,000 left in your
Well,
budget as of a
Right.
couple
It's just
days ago.
salaries, I would think, yeah. I mean, we probably have some expense for the Christmas,
The Christmas
program.
program is going to be a little bit, not too bad. Is it also possible to put out for the rest of the projects this year and do a donation fund?
You have $14,000 left in your budget.
Right.
So take 10 out of that, this $4 grand gets you to the end of the year.
$4,400.
And then this is all theoretical, because if you go over $4,400, you're still gonna get the project paid.
Mm-hmm.
We just, what these two guys try to do is keep it within the Parks and Rec budget. That's not a absolute cast in stone necessity, but it would be nice to do that.
I mean, obviously that jumps off the page from the budgets committee standpoint.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, you're
I mean, it's a safety-
You're replacing docks that have been there for how long?
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus, it's
I
more of
can-
a safety thing too. I mean,
Obviously.
When I told Center Harbor Dock, the guy there, head guy there, not the owner, he looked at me and he said, "You're still installing those docks?" I said, "I am." And he said, "I installed those twice and then stopped because they were too much.
Yeah.
They're so heavy, bulky, and cumbersome." So he couldn't believe we were still installing them. They're 20
Yeah.
plus years old. They're
But
they
over the
are-
last 4 or 5 years,
they are-
we've been putting Band-Aids on
They've
everything.
been outside their, I mean.
They've outlived their
reasonable-
useful life.
Yeah,
They
they're
have absolutely-
Very
it-
reasonable.
We are
I have no
also
problem with
working
this.
on-
I support him doing the docks.
Yeah,
I just,
Just how to pay for it.
how to pay for it. But
Right.
I can't support a warrant article at this point because we've already gone down that rabbit hole. I'd rather see him spend down his budget this year and get it done.
I would too, but I'm not gonna constrain it to the Parks and Rec budget. I think that's very short-sighted. So, we need to have the contract that you've got with these dock people. And we signed it, we're good for it. I'm gonna say we encumber $10,000 to finish the project.
From,
And if it
where from?
From the general budget, primarily, hopefully, out of Parks and Rec. But we can't limit ourselves to lines at this time of the year, it just doesn't work. So, I say we cover 10 grand and take this off the page, and then make this line really work on his expenses for his maintenance guy.
Make it reflective of what they actually spend on.
Yeah.
Right. But you got to include what you pay him, the whole amount. You budgeted $3,000 last year. Yeah.
I know. No,
And that's
but
not
see,
gonna-
that
that's
also,
not
during
work.
the course of the year, I would ask him to, bring 8 benches to this park, bring 8 benches back.
Yeah,
So,
you're $5 grand over budget on that line.
yeah.
Mhm.
So is 8,000 a better number?
So it'd be what, 47? 47 for the both payments?
What are we talking about?
So
I'm saying for him putting them in and taking them out.
for
You
the
got paid
total for me,
$24.50, and then the last, you're gonna be getting a check probably.
so it'd be 47. So if you called it 47 to 5 grand, that leaves you a little bit of leeway for
Yeah.
if you need any other maintenance items. Well, there.
Yeah.
Well,
So you wanna put that at 47 or 5?
I think we put beach and dock at 8,000,
How much?
8 grand.
8 grand. What's the other $3,000 for? If we plan on paying him $5,000, what are you spending your other $3,000 on?
I'm not following you. What other 3,000?
Right over here. If
Right
we-
now, it
if
was
we-
3,000 in the
Oh.
2025 budget.
Yeah.
Was that to include what you? Do you know if that included?
You know he's going to cost you $5 grand next year.
Right.
Yep.
You know,
What else do you need to spend money
Well,
on
you know if you.
If anything.
under beach and dock maintenance?
Okay, so the 5,000 encompasses the entire thing.
And that gives you
The
said 40.
5,000
47.
So that
And
gives you
he's talking about
$300.
is the whole thing. We don't need 8,000. We only need 5,000.
He has spent, he has spent year to date
Oh, yeah, overspent on that, right.
$8,093
Right.
up year to date now, and he's not doing the docks. So what did you spend the 8 grand on? Because if you need $8,000 and you're spending 5 on him, that only leaves you with 3 grand left.
I don't get the 8 grand. I thought I just got.
Right here.
8 grand is what you've already spent.
This
in
is what you
2025.
spent.
5,000.
You budgeted 3.
Yeah.
5,000.
Month to date expense is
Oh, okay,
$54.95.
Okay.
The what?
So
5,000 of that was the new dock.
The
Yeah.
$54.95. That's the new dock. Okay, because that's the month to date
Okay,
expense.
there
All
we
right.
go.
That answers
explains it.
Okay, so what we
So
need
now we're
is
back down to 3,000 that he spent year to date, but we gotta add another $2,500 or
We just-
whatever you get.
keep it at the 5.
5,000
Just
even
level it
covers
at
it.
5 and
Yep.
call it a day.
You're going to pay him $4,700. That'll leave you $300,
To put some paint on the shed.
something like that.
To maintain the
Sure.
beach. Yeah.
Put a new spark plug in your lawnmower.
Or put front tires that don't lose air.
Okay.
Yep.
Are you good with $5,000?
Yeah. No, that's fine.
We'll revisit this in next November, because I don't think, if he spent 3 grand exclusive of the new docks, he's already spent $3,000. And he hasn't.
Yeah, but a lot of that's been for him.
That was for Zach.
That was,
That was
for
for
me.
him.
And
All
it was
of that?
actually under budgeted.
It was, yeah.
Okay,
So I've My numbers have actually been the same almost since day one. They've gone up a tiny bit once.
So now
So-
we're at 81.
81,288 right now if we change nothing else in there.
Right,
So we're making that $5,000, right?
yep,
Yes.
and,
So we're taking out 7, so we're at 81,288.
yeah,
Okay. I gotta go back to old home days and recreational areas.
Yeah.
I think you're asking too much.
Well,
I don't know about these two, but I'm gonna support something less than $5,000 for each one of those lines.
Again, I think to build that community spirit with old home days and get it to where we wanna be, we need that.
Okay, so you're asking for 5. You spent 17 something, 1,700 something,
Right.
right? We'll call it 1,800 just to round numbers, right? So is there somewhere in the middle? That's reasonable.
Well, the band is coming out of the revolving fund. The extra money I raised for concerts, it was 1,000 over, so we took that out to pay for the band
Okay.
for old home days. So
Okay.
you could add $500 to, the 1,700, so you're at the 23, 24. It's just, the extra money would allow us to do extra things.
Right. So, but think of
which is,
it.
which is fine, but you have to be able to justify it. You gotta be, what extra things?
Yeah, you gotta have examples.
Okay.
And think of it too as incremental. Maybe this year this year you put in say 3, just for the sake of argument, right? And you spend 2,800 or you spend 3,100. You should go over a little bit, right? Great. Now the following year, you have some justification for if you need a larger budget. And oh, by the way, somebody's going to want to know that $3,000 was defendable because now Old Home Days was better for some reason, right? It was better because we had more people. It was better because X. You know what I'm saying? So think of it as a compromise, somewhere between 5,000 and 1,700.
Okay.
Because I guarantee the budget committee is going to ask the same question.
Okay. $4,000.
I mean, are you okay with that, Bob?
Yep.
Okay.
what number are you putting on?
$4,000.
$4,000,
Oh,
old home days.
So the recreation thing, Bob, again, it's a mixture of a lot of different things. I mean, the greatest thing, and when you guys gave me a credit card, it allowed me, to buy basketballs, go buy this, buy that. I bought a bingo machine this weekend because our bingo machine is missing a couple balls. So the credit card really helped. So I think,
Can we change the title of that line? Can we leave? You can leave recreation areas, but can we add maintenance and improvements?
no,
Yeah, it seems like bingo should be down under supplies. Like some of the things, alright.
it's possible, and this is just editorial comment, it's possible to over-define a line. Currently, it's at a rate of travel of $4,250 for that line.
For recreation areas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind recommending $4,000, which is what he had.
And I'm kind of.
Right, I'm with you there, but recreation. I see where it says recreation areas. What is recreation areas? Define recreation areas.
Well, it can change. It can be signage for trails. It can be an event somewhere at the school or the townhouse.
any hardware I buy at Bradley's goes under recreation. Whether it's locks, keys, spray paint to paint the lines for cornhole, stuff like that is all.
Tables,
Comes out of
here are the
recreation.
benches.
Yeah.
I know I'm getting hung up on the title, but I think
And that, I'd say, okay, let's make it $2,000, but then you gotta make supplies $2,000, because you only got $100 on supplies. And I think what he's describing, going to Bradley's Hardware or going wherever, volleyballs, I don't care what they are.
supplies and maintenance they cross. You can buy paint and call that maintenance, but you can also buy paint and color supplies.
Well, it depends.
But when he buys spoons and plastic forks and cups and whatnot, that's supplies, that's not
Right.
maintenance.
Right.
So,
Well, currently he's only spent $35 on supplies for the whole year.
$35.
Yeah.
I mean, that's,
$35.19.
I don't even know why supplies $100 in there, that should be somewhere else. For supplies, I mean,
I mean,
most of the stuff I buy is for a program. Unless, we need keys made, we need locks, we need chains, we need trash bags, we need first aid stuff, whatever. But it's, when I do the form and turn it into Audrey, I check recreation.
Yeah, I just think that's too broad of a description. And I know where you're going. You don't want to pigeonhole it.
Yeah.
You want to make
Yeah,
it.
I
You
mean,
want to. You
I
want to keep it.
Have recreation areas is fine, but maybe the number's wrong, and maybe supplies has to be increased.
So make the supplies more
Yeah,
and take some away from it.
Well, how about this? How about if we make recreation areas $3,000
okay,
and you put $1,000 in supplies?
perfect.
Okay, yeah.
So,
Are you good with that?
Yeah,
And you're gonna have to say, well, why are you going from 100 to 1,000? You're gonna reallocate how you
Simply
how you spend
because-
your money. You're
Right.
trying to be more transparent, is what you're trying to
I'm
do.
gonna write that down.
Okay. So that's one.
and then we've got $900. So
Three.
we've got $9,100 is what I'm coming up with. Reduction.
I'm gonna use this.
So anybody got a total? We went from 74 to,
I have 78,388.
78?
Yep, that's what I've got.
78.
388.
That's a quick.
Oh,
So, yeah,
where did I get that?
so it's not that big of an increase, no?
I screwed
I
something.
have 79,188.
I gotta do it again.
79,188 is what I have.
Okay, cool. That's what Excel tells me to. Back to 970.
I'll make a motion that we approve Parks and Rec for $79,188.
I'll second. What's our percent? You already have it, Chip?
No, I don't, I can get it. So we're at 7%, 6%.
6.5.
That's what I went up? Well, one more thing we gotta talk about.
Wait a second, I need to vote.
79,188.
Yep.
Been made, seconded.
Made, seconded. Any further discussion? All those in favor? Aye.
What's up, Dennis?
So,
Okay.
there's one more thing we gotta talk about that came to our knowledge late last week.
I have,
And it's the dog company that recommended to add these sidebars, or whatever they call them.
it's some extra support. So when we first went over everything, I'll start by saying I have the receipts. The original is here for the $10,000 down payment. When they printed that, it was 20, instead of 20,000 and change, which is what we proposed to you guys, it was 21,164. I called them on it and asked Matt why it wasn't 20,000. He dropped it down to the 20,664 to get it back to the area we discussed. They were scheduled to put them in last Thursday, but he called me the night before and said that when they brought it to the owner suggested some diagonal supports for an extra safety precaution where they're connected by the swim lines. And that's an incurred cost of around $1,400 and change. I don't know, we'll say $1,500. I told them that I'd have to talk to you guys to see if it's something we're interested in. So they held off on the install to see if we'd be interested in installing these diagonals. There's some outriggers that stop the docks from moving. When we originally discussed it, their top install guy had said they wouldn't be as necessary because they're putting those anchors into the floor of the lake.
So
But the owner had suggested maybe putting them.
it can't be put in next year when you install the docks?
For the test run, I had asked him that exact question. Is this something we can go with this year? I can go to one of the meetings and mention that we may incur this. Either way, this extra cost is towards next year to finish the payments. We don't have to pay the 15 now. But he said when they build the docks and bring them on site, it's attached. And if they do it separately, it's a much bigger cost because they have to change the build.
Why didn't you tell us this 20 minutes ago?
Because it hadn't come up yet. I know it's a pain in the butt. I didn't know when to say it.
So you're saying that next year's payment is gonna come from somewhere.
This year.
So,
Why not add that for,
Because we just encumbered $10,000.
Yep.
To finish up this project. That's 25 money.
okay,
So if you can add this $1,400 as a benefit in 26 and take it out of your 26 budget, then it all comes together nicely. But you're saying we need to
Do it now.
do it now.
pay it now or pay it next
We
year?
can pay it next year.
right, but are you
We can be approving it now.
Well, just so we're clear, you just threw $1,400 at us.
Yes.
That should have been discussed about 20 minutes ago.
Before you guys made
Before
a
we just settled
motion.
your budget.
Yep, you're absolutely correct.
I mean, I think it's a good idea. Safety is primary.
Mhm.
You got kids climbing up and down that thing. I would certainly support the $1,400, but I wish you'd talked about it 20 minutes
Yeah.
ago.
I apologize.
So, what do we want to do?
Well, I guess we have two options. One is to, I mean, they're getting the docks put in.
Mm-hmm.
They've told us about the $1,400, which is actually a 26 expense, because we don't have the docks yet. So, but do we push the discussion off?
we're already encumbering
No.
10,000.
Why don't we just encumber
Why don't we just
11.4?
encumber 11,400?
That's what I was saying,
Is it 1,400 or is it 14 and change?
14
And
change.
change, so call it
15.
15.
Call it 11.5.
11.5.
That's the other alternative, is to encumber
I-
11.5.
That's the way I'd rather go.
I'd rather do that.
Okay, I'll make a motion, we encumber 11.5 out of the Parks and Rec budget for the total dock installation.
Okay,
We've already
motion's,
paid 10,
okay.
so there you have it.
Motion's been made. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor? Aye.
There you go.
All right, guys, thanks.
All right, thank you.
Would anybody like any of these?
Yes.
Audrey needs all of that.
Okay, these are all copies. I could have the originals.
So it took so long.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Zach.
Get nothing but time.
And you can defend that, David.
Which part?
The encumbering.
Huh?
The encumbering.
Oh.
It's
But that's none of budget committee's business.
I'll remind you of that at the next meeting or when we do that. But,
I mean, it's not in their purview.
right, we're spending the budget that they voted on, that's all we're doing.
So I'll just throw this out there before we get into this. If it would be easier to get quotes for that painting at the police station, we need to paint that ceiling in that pressure station to cover up that black mold. And I think that part paint for
Black
that-
mold's gotta be remediated before you cover it up.
Oh, I thought you could seal it. But my position is, out of that roof money, could pay for that.
Has the roof leak been fixed?
Not as of yet.
We're
Is it, so do we have bids out? Do we like,
We have a price from
okay,
Jam House,
alright, so we're moving somewhere.
yeah,
Okay.
and we have the other project. We're just waiting for a new price on the windows because it's been
Well, yeah, we're in November now, and you haven't done any of these improvements that you budgeted for. Are we gonna get them done by the end of the
Yeah,
year?
I've talked to the contractor.
You have an insurance claim.
I talked to the contractor the other day, and he's replacing the windows, and he's gonna get in there and get it done. We've been waiting for the door company. I was waiting for the contractor to finish one of his projects, but he was supposed to get in there.
It's gonna be done by the end of the year?
Yeah, if not, I'll come back to you and try and come to that because we're into the job, but I think that it should be done. But with I'll be honest, when I tell you the roof, I think we're gonna end up encumbering that. I don't see how else we can get somebody in there to do that roof in a month.
Well,
But-
we've had 11 months, well, it's April, we've had probably 8 months to get it done.
Right.
We've also got
Yeah.
whatever damage, what is that water leak thing that,
It's the wind blowing up in the back of the.
no, dripping on customers, what's that all about?
Oh, outside.
Oh, at the compactor building?
Yeah, outside. The wind tore off part of that gutter, rain gutter. So I haven't budgeted money to have new gutters put in. I'd like to at some point get gutters redone completely on that building and on the main building, because the main building.
Was the repair done from the accidents that we've had?
No, well, Bill Sargent is scheduling that this coming week.
Okay, so you had $1,750 in transfer station maintenance. And another $3,225 in outside maintenance.
What page you on? Because I know that's in buildings.
Page 4.
4?
So you got $3,900, almost $5,000. We're reading through that.
So, on a different page, which line item you
Page
on?
4,
Page 4,
on 4194.
This
fourth line down,
4194.
yeah.
4194 with as of, no, that's electric.
What's this you got? Oh, that's yours.
Yeah, I'm getting
This is,
900.
your building maintenance.
It's in building maintenance. General government buildings. It might not be in your budget, it might be in the general budget. You might not have a copy of this. But you've got two lines here, transfer station maintenance and transfer station outside maintenance
Correct.
that you could draw from. You've spent $1,525 so far on,
That was this month.
that was this month? Oh, your month's to date.
1746.
Oh, you're right,
Yeah.
1740,
That was
sorry.
for electrical work. We have a couple, I'm not in disagreement that we have some money here. We have a couple things that are allocated incorrectly that we need to adjust. And we're meeting tomorrow to do that. And that will not change the bottom line, but it will appropriately put some of these expenditures in their correct line.
In these that you spent already and it's not showing, is that what you're saying?
If some of it is just
It's in
transposed,
the wrong place.
yeah.
So what difference does that make?
No, bottom line is bottom line.
It doesn't make any difference at all.
No.
So you got $4,000 you can spend, you also have some warrant article money you can spend.
Right.
So if you want to get something done,
Yeah, and there's a little bit of money which is left over in brush. We've, that's gonna be about 5,000, maybe 5,500, so there's about 4,500 in that line.
That you're not gonna spend?
Yep.
About 4,500, is that what you
Yep.
said?
spend anything on brush and stone.
Correct. He just came in Saturday and rounded up everything.
Yeah, that's a big rig.
Huge, $1.2 million.
Holy moly, I saw that Sunday.
And I was hoping to spend a little bit of that money that's left over to get that machine back from Coleman so we can clean that area up and level it out. But functionality is not going to affect it. We can do that next year if we have to. It's just that, something that would look nice. But we can put that money into it.
Well, you've got things that need to get fixed.
Right, we can,
And they need to be fixed like last month.
Yeah.
I don't think you can do any painting to that,
no,
to that plywood roof until the roof is fixed.
Yeah, it's gotta be fixed.
The roof has gotta be fixed first, and then that mold has gotta be remediated. I know they say you can cover it up, but I don't like it. It's still there.
yeah,
It's still there.
yeah. I was just under the impression it was sealed, it was,
It's a plywood
Sealed.
ceiling. I mean, was it nailed up or screwed up? Do you know?
I guess nailed,
You still cut it out of there.
yeah.
But regardless, the point being that it's gotta be, the roof we can't do anything with the mold until the roof is
So is
fixed.
the roof guy getting you a different bid? Is that what's happening?
That's the door and the trim and the windows. Roof guy,
You don't have a roof guy.
we have a bid, but we haven't locked him down. We've been dancing around this table with RFPs and going back and forth, and we just haven't. We've got one bid. I mean, I can go to him, but we've got to schedule it.
Well, I think you need to call him tomorrow morning and ask him when he can get there.
That's fine. I can do that.
Rather than
Okay, so,
messing around with it.
we get, yes, Chris, you're gonna move on the roof.
Yeah, I'll call him tomorrow.
Okay,
If we can.
moving on to the
Go
budget,
for
or we
it.
have more things to discuss before the budget?
No, I think you get the point.
Horse is dead.
You gotta get this shit done.
Yeah.
We can't get him anymore.
Well, you can kick him, but he's already dead.
I just gave you guys the printout of costs and savings, which I try to do every meeting. And currently, we've saved waste management shipping over here. We've saved $45.25 in cardboard going into the containers. We've, on top of the $45.25 savings, we've received $33.60 in actual cash by selling the cardboard. Cold beverage, crushed beverage cans, a lot less in shipping from waste management, 511, but on the flip side, we've recycled those and gotten 7,800 back. So, in the light iron recycling, we're up to almost 4,500. So, we've year to date received a little over 15,000 in income just on recyclables. And then the second page.
You making anything on paper?
No.
Is it costing us any money
No,
to box paper?
no,
Okay.
no.
No, but paper gets thrown in the regular trash.
Right,
So with whatever weight
I
we're,
thought we were,
And recycling it.
right. So the dilemma that we have is we have people around town that don't know what's going on, commenting on what's going on. The paper is being taken for free with our electronics. We're paying for electronics to be shipped. The paper is a bonus. Where we make our money is we're pulling the paper out of the container.
So it's reduced costs.
Correct.
Okay.
So
Well, that's better than a poke in the eye.
they're doing us a solid by taking the paper.
Mm-hmm.
Once we get a market, we'll make money. But right now, and I'm trying some experiments, some unpopular experiments. I've started baling some of the loose paper, which when somebody's sitting around not doing anything, they can be dumping paper in the baler. And a box of paper loose is about 270 pounds. A bale is 1,000 pounds. So we're saving
so where's this
5
going?
or 6
Right, but
boxes.
where's it going?
It's going to Dover.
Okay, so somebody's taking it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
The electronics
And
guy.
then-
Okay, so
yeah, and then they ship it.
So I'd be more than willing to recycle paper. I didn't know. So if I don't know, who else doesn't know?
You started it in the springtime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's-
So how is it that I'm curious how I don't know
Yeah.
because
Oh. Do you go to the transfer station?
I go
Yeah.
practically every week.
You walk in the door and there it is.
Yeah, we've been trying to get the word out. Since we started, it's on that webpage. And it was in the Times back in
Okay.
March.
You missed that one.
Apparently
That's
missed
all.
that
Yeah.
article.
But, I mean, we're still getting people dumping buckets of paper in, and we just remind them politely, hey, we're recycling that now. And,
Okay. Good to know. Anyway. All right.
So-
Something's better than
The
nothing.
word's definitely not getting out, because I was called the troglodyte in August by a summer resident about our paper recycling.
I've been called that before.
We
Too.
need to get the word out.
Is that an uppity version of a pejorative?
Troglodyte? No, it's a negative connotation. Negative connotation.
Right,
You're a
pejorative.
caveman,
Right.
essentially.
so,
Anyway, okay, for the C&D,
CD,
you're on track right now to bring in $110,000
correct.
against $120,000 worth of expenses.
Right. I still think we're off pace a little bit. We're still going to be behind because we're just playing that game with guessing, but we're certainly getting closer with the C&D. And you're right, we should have more this year than we've ever had.
Are you accepting C&D from out of town?
No,
People disagree with that statement. They say that you're accepting C&D from out of town because it makes you money.
no.
And I've got a photograph in here of somebody from out of town dropping C&D in.
Well, are they from
I
out
just
of
have
town?
to, I just have to find it.
Working out
So,
of town?
so one of the things, as I understand it, and correct me if I'm wrong here, Chris, is that we have companies from out of town going through town, collecting from.
That was taken on a day that you weren't there. That was taken on a day that you weren't there and given to me.
I don't know. No, that kid right there lives on Warford. I can't see his face up here, but he is a Tuckerville resident.
Okay.
So
And that truck is in the driveway right over here.
Okay. So you're saying this person?
Well, I
He's
can't
from town.
guarantee that load is from Tuckerville,
Mm-hmm.
but he is a resident.
And how do you confirm that when a load is brought in, even if it's a Tufton Borough resident, that the load is from town?
Right,
Because even if it's a Tufton Borough contractor doing work in Ospey, they're not supposed to take that that construction debris here.
Correct. Which we, quite frankly, is on our system. If they want to tell us it's a job in Tufton Borough, we've got no other short of me leaving and following them to the job site, or this is that lifelong discussion that we've had about getting copies of a building permit, requiring the builders to bring it with them to the dump, because I don't know who's had work now. We've got 2,000 people in town. You know, if you have work at your house from somebody that is from Alton,
it's an imperfect system.
short of me seeing them at your house. You know, on the flip side, I've called people on it and driven down through Wolfboro in my travels and seen, we'll just say, debris, and then all of a sudden it shows up at our driveway, and we go, take it to Wolfboro. We know that came from such and such.
Right.
But it's not a perfect
And it'll
situation.
never be a perfect system.
I know.
And that, we've gone around and around and around. The one time it was a perfect system was when we decided we wouldn't take C&D, and then it's a perfect system.
Right, 'cause
But to make it financially perfect, he's getting pretty
It's
close.
getting there, but not there yet.
Yeah.
The downside of getting close with his methodology is that it makes it a more long-term proposition to pay for a scale.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I still believe that if we install that scale, it's going to, quickly, I say quickly, maybe 3 years, maybe 2 years, but this number is going to go up another, 20%.
Yeah.
Let's not get too sidetracked.
Yeah,
We're on
But
budget
I
here.
don't think that,
Let's talk about the budget.
so this page here was all what Chip was saying, the 92 for C&D, and all the other totals are what we've taken in for paid, people paying for service, and we're at 120, 729 total. And we still have, 4 weeks, 5, 6,
Okay.
6 weeks.
So you, did I just hear you say that you're at 127,000?
120,700 total.
120,700.
Right.
So by the end of the year, it's very likely that you'll be at or You'll be at your budgeted amount.
Yeah,
Actually, 25, you're over your budgeted amount. This is your 26 request.
Oh, no, this is all of his,
this is total,
all of his revenue.
total income.
Oh,
C&D is at 92,000.
oh, okay, sorry.
With 92, 3,
So you're not gonna make it
we'll
on
be,
C&D?
yeah, we'll be sure about
It's gonna be
7,000.
110,000,
Yeah,
Yeah,
and the whole thing is gonna be about 130,000. All of your revenue.
yeah, right, correct. And the C&D right now is 118, so we'll be between probably 6 and 8,000 short
Yeah.
for C&D total for the year.
okay.
And those are just numbers I'm throwing out. We could have a huge run and
So, is the reflection in the cost for C and D from 118 to 124 an increase in the cost of disposing of it?
correct. That's the contracted increase with waste management 5%.
So we're assuming the same amount of C and D for next year. Is that correct?
Well, I mean, it could go up, but this 124 is our contracted
Right.
hauling price.
Right. And so I guess what I'm asking is, are we assuming that the amount of C and D that drives this 124,692 is going to be the same?
I wouldn't assume that, no.
So-
With all the building that's going on.
So how are we coming up with this 124,692? I know you have a rate, right? It's a new rate,
Right.
right? So are you just? I guess what I'm asking is, what's the assumption?
All I've done here is said this year we budgeted 118, next year it's going up 5%. That's it.
So is 5% what the increase was from waste management?
Correct.
Okay. So then by default you're assuming that we're going to have the same amount of C and D.
But that doesn't work either, because your year.
Which is fine. There's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with that.
Well,
I'm just
yeah.
trying to understand.
It will-
Your rate of travel is gonna bring you out to, what did you say, 111, 110, 111? Chip? His rate of travel on C&D is gonna bring him to what?
No.
Did you say 110, 111?
No, that's the revenue from the C&D, that's
Oh.
110, I'm sorry.
Right now we're at 92.3,
Yeah.
and we still have another 7 weeks to go, probably.
All right,
We budgeted 118 for C&D.
okay.
So we're going to fall short of the 118. It's probably going to be something like 110, 108 to 110.
Yep.
But your projection should be based on your actual, not this year's budget.
Okay, but if he's got a 5% increase per annum since '24,
Yeah,
he should be at 115,000 if no additional C&D came in. So if he did the same amount of C&D as he did in 2024, his actual cost would be $115,000. He's asking for $124,000 based on the fact that in 2025, he's done more C&D than he did in 2024.
yeah. But to have something to hang our hats on, I think we have to go with your math,
Which is,
what you just said.
115?
so 115 is, you moving backwards.
Right.
But he didn't spend that this year, and he's not going to spend his 118 this year.
It's gonna be pretty
He has
close.
3 months left because they have not billed us for October yet.
Yeah.
So they bill us
So
for
you're 100
9,
Oh.
we still have 1 full.
Yeah, we usually end
Alright.
up paying a payment in January from December, which first up the budget. But,
Okay.
so if we don't go with the 5%, we just call it 118
Yeah, I mean,
for 26
his
budget.
rate of travel puts him at 133,000 in the same amount of time.
Assuming a full quarter, because
Yeah.
like Audrey said, we haven't been billed for October yet, so
Right.
we got a full quarter of bills to pay.
Right. So, I mean, I'm thinking 124.
is reasonable.
Yeah, it's probably less than me.
Yeah, so what you got is 133.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this one was what the cost of their trucking is, with what we've currently experienced with weight. I mean, if we start getting really heavy containers, maybe.
Yeah, all that does, it's exactly the same amount of material coming in, only 5% higher rate.
Right,
Okay,
right. But you gotta hang your hat on something.
so
You can't tell if you're gonna get more or less.
No, there's no.
I mean, Chris could do a 5-year look back and figure, is there a growth in C&D consistent?
Oh, I
Oh, yeah,
imagine that there
absolutely,
is. In the last 5 years, I imagine that there is consistent
So
growth.
that consistent growth needs to be factored into the.
So 5% covers the cost if we assume no extra
No
C&D.
extra trash, right.
If we, so we can, I mean, it's all swag anyway,
Right.
Right.
to a certain degree.
Are you gonna be adjusting your rates next year?
Well, I mean,
There's only one correct answer.
Yeah, you
I
have
mean,
to if you're.
we should adjust them. I mean, we're hoping that we go with a scale and we set a rate in,
Right, but that's,
but I
We can't plan for that now.
now. Scale too.
we can't.
Right now,
plan
you
for
don't have a scale.
Right.
that. Right, we can't
And
plan for
one
that.
hasn't been approved yet.
Right.
Yeah, no, we can't plan for that.
So all we can do is guess what we have and set a price on guesswork. I mean, we've got $300 for X trailer, $200 for a dump truck, you know, $200 for a small trailer. A trailer like mine is $300, but we don't. That's filled up. We don't know how much it weighs. If it weighed.
Yeah, we
And
know
is it- and is it-
we know we need a scale. We know we need a
If
scale.
it's all scales aside, I mean, I can put.
So across the board, here's the thing. Across the board, if we're assuming a 5% increase for waste management, we have to up our costs 5%.
I don't disagree with that at all. We should up all of our costs.
I mean, until you get to $580,000 in revenue, we don't have an issue.
Right. I mean, we're charging $5 to get rid of a tire. Ed's getting 10. So, I mean,
Are we losing money on tires right now?
we're just making, just paying. But I mean, if we have, I don't think that we're looking at it the right way. If we're losing money or gaining money on tires, I think it's overall budget for the transfer station. I think if we're charging $10 a tire or $40 for a refrigerator, or it all goes to the bottom line of expenses for the transfer station. Because all this periphery stuff that we're pulling in, it's not required. So
No, I know.
So I think it helps.
So we're responsible for letting people dispose of their household trash.
Correct, yeah.
That's a cost of running the town.
Right.
All these ancillary expenses that you need to at least break even.
Right.
At the very least, break even.
We usually do pretty good. One year we might have a little bit extra electronics, on a year that people cycle their TVs out, it costs a little bit more. But generally, we're
Okay,
in decent shape.
he's got a 5% increase in his expense column, the major expenses. He had a COLA for his employees. We just did a straight 5% increase on his budget. He's at $599,195. So he's $9,000 less than that. He's at 4 something.
So what you're saying?
What
Lay
I'm
off?
saying is I'm gonna make a motion to approve the solid waste at $591,401.
Maybe I want it if you wanted to, but I'm just here to tell you I'm not going to have it wasted.
I'm not here to be, I'm just.
No, I'm just saying that off.
I wanted to point out a difference between the budget we gave you on the sheet and Chris's budget. He and I haven't been able to sit down, but he did a 3% increase and the COLA is actually
3.2,
3.2.
right.
And then they also, I figured in, they have a certain number of holidays that
So which one of these sheets do we
you
need?
should look at.
This
the
one?
594,779.
All right. I'll modify my motion.
I didn't know you made a motion.
I have, but I'm going to,
So we have to look at this one, not the one in yellow?
Correct.
Then why did we get this? You
Well,
just
my-
handed that out to me.
Oh,
Yeah, because it says his notes on it.
Okay.
so it didn't increase, it didn't include the COLA properly.
Correct.
So, talked about your, number 2.
Right.
Where are we with that?
We're trying to do training and continue to get him up to speed. He's up to speed on hazardous waste. I brought him to a safety meeting. We have another safety meeting in December. I'll bring him to that one. It's just a matter of the hardest thing for him.
Who are we talking about? The older one or the?
Right, yeah. So the hardest thing,
I didn't want to say a name.
yeah, the hardest thing is going to be just getting him adjusted to the training stuff, which is all computerized, which, yeah, I discussed this with Audrey. Yes, I've been kind of putting him in a box. But I'm there, he's there to assist, I'll be there to help him and keep him on his feet. I'm not going to let him fail. So, but I think that we should continue on what we had said in our previous meeting, give him to the end of the year training-wise and see how he, adapts to it, which I think he'll be fine. I thought meant to help him. And eventually he'll be fine. It just needs to be spelled out clearly.
Bob, are you thinking that that's going to affect the budget in some way?
Depends on when this happens.
Eventually, yes, eventually there would be
All right, I made a motion for a budget. Can we have a vote? I'm not going to review this budget another minute. It's ridiculous. We're at 4.1% increase. And I'm not gonna bow to whatever might possibly happen at the budget committee hearing. We have so many issues with Chris to discuss that have nothing to do with this budget. And we
Well,
really need to have a meeting about that.
I was thinking that his number 2 could have a budget effect depending on when the transition happens.
Which line, Bob?
recycling attendant.
Recycling attendant?
So are you suggesting that we're gonna increase the budget?
No. I mean, if he's not gonna have, we know that he needs to bring somebody on now.
Right.
I thought that what we had discussed in that previous meeting was train him, and then once he is on board,
Right. And
Point of order, motion's been made. Have to honor that. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Second for discussion. Now you can talk.
sorry.
okay, we've gone through this, Chris, and I'm gonna get a little hardball here, 'cause it's getting late.
Okay, yeah.
But we have talked about your second at least 4 times. We've talked about your structure at least 4 times. We've talked about a time clock, and I haven't seen a copy of a time clock presentation here. We've talked about the roof. I mean, we have a number of things we gotta get done up there that don't have any impact here. Because if he has all the money he needs to do the structure that he's talked about on 4 different occasions, and has it been done? Is the guy that wants to be second chosen, and is he going through training?
Yes.
He has all the money he needs to spend on that. That's all I'm saying, that extra discussion, Bob, I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. If,
Is the increase in the recycling attendant in question in terms of, it seems like it's a big enough increase, but I'm not sure. Is that the only line that you have in concern?
well, you're the recycling supervisor,
Oh,
and you're gonna be making 25 grand less than the recycling attendant?
So Chris and I really need to sit down because I put both of his 2 people in
in the same
there.
line.
So this is 2 people,
Right.
Right. And my
recycling attendants, plural.
position on the training is once the training is complete, if we come back and have a discussion about bumping that attendant up to, with the next step, so that it's in line with attendant 2, then we can always rob some of that money from the per diems if we have to, and just not use per diems as much. So I'm not nervous about having the money in the budget for 26 the way it is.
Motion's been made, seconded. Any further discussion? I haven't seen us make any corrections to this budget. You're passing it as, your motion is to pass it as presented.
At 5, okay,
At about 4.1%, is that what you said?
right.
I got 4.2, but either way.
Close enough. No further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Yeah, I feel comfortable with that number.
It's a good budget, you did a good job. Finally. Solid waste.
And Chip's right. We got a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
It's outside of the scope of this budget.
That's fine.
Right, and we need to, while we have you here, let's figure out when we can have that meeting. 5:42, yeah. I just ran this year's numbers to make sure it was, we're gonna be through the budget. Well, you're gone,
Yeah, he's gone the week of the
This
17th.
next meeting, I'm out of town.
Um,
And then the following week's Thanksgiving, so we're into December. We could do, we have a selectmen's meeting on the 1st of December. I might not be able to make that meeting.
I was wondering if the selectmen could do a work session either the 10th or 11th next week because,
We already have a
No, that's this week.
That's this week.
yeah, and that's a specific.
I could do a work session on the 10th,
Look,
then Monday the 10th.
how's it looking, David?
Yep.
Okay, Monday the 10th.
Monday the 10th.
4 o'clock?
Sure.
4 o'clock good with you? Dave?
Yep.
3's better, but 4's.
I know.
House,
You got 2 working fools here.
All right, 4 o'clock.
Monday the
And that's
4th.
all we're doing at that work session, so I don't wanna,
Yep.
I can't
Don't-
stay till 8 o'clock.
Don't muddy the waters.
And are we gonna need to go into non-public?
Likely.
Because all work sessions are open to the public.
Yep. And I-
So if you
I'll
join
gladly-
non-public, you vote, and we'll post it.
Okay.
And
Something for the street. Oh, is that it?
I think that's it for now. Action items. Appointments is done. Action items.
Was there an action item?
Well, the budget review, we've done all, well, we haven't done insurance. We haven't done insurance, that's on our action items.
So we have
4196.
Yep.
Primex.
Yeah, they're attached to the package.
Yep. Yep, we just gotta get there.
Almost. I mean, it's like a
And-
0.1% increase
Yeah,
overall.
but that's not health insurance, that's all the other
Yeah,
insurance.
this
is
is property and liability.
workers'
and
comp.
Workers' comp.
Yeah,
Unemployment.
yeah, and it's actually not much of an increase.
No, it's almost zero.
It's $220 increase.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'll make a motion that we award Primex our property and liability insurance and our workers' comp insurance.
I'll second.
For the sum of,
95970.
okay, motion's been made, seconded, any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. And we have a proposal from Headwater Construction, didn't we talk about this already?
You didn't make a decision, I don't know if you wanna hold it till next year, if it's something you wanna move on this year.
Well, I think we need to start the design process, which is what this is for.
And we have.
Did we budget for it?
some money in docks, not docks and bridges, but in that, budget.
Yeah, it is under the docks and bridges. but-
This is an amount not to exceed $6,500,
Right.
plus we have to include an estimate of potentially $1,200 for DES application review fees, so we're looking at $7,700.
Right,
Do we have this in
yeah.
something?
I think we have it in docks and bridges. I thought we
Yeah,
had
you have
10,000.
permitting expenses for 10,000, you also signed HEB on Sodom Road, but they won't do that much
Yeah,
work.
we have 10,000 in that docks and bridges
Yeah.
portion.
So if we commit to $7,200, we're covered.
I'll make a motion that we award 7,200 to Headwaters Consultants so that we can bring forward a number for that project to town meeting.
I'll second that.
Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Correspondence.
Correspondence. We've got a couple of notices of decision from the ZBA and a notice of
Intent.
potential intent for a lawsuit for an accident that happened back in April. It's in here if you want to read it. And we have hot off the press an update about our solar project at the transfer station. The new news is, and it's I can just capture this in one paragraph. While preparing the Type 1B amendment application in partnership with Stantec, we were about to submit the application to the DES and brace for a long review of up to 90 days. However, the DES responded that some rules have changed, and the transfer station solar as proposed is no longer subject to a DES review due to the array being located further than 100 feet from the edge of the landfill cap. This excellent news clears the way for the project to proceed for applying for town building and electrical permits. A lot of waiting for nothing.
Yeah. Well, we got a new survey from Santec, but
Yeah.
We didn't
So
need
this just came in literally today, right?
Yeah, like a half hour before the meeting.
Okay. Good
Yeah.
news.
We'll take it.
Town administrator and selectmen's updates.
So I wanted to go over the projects that I had put into CIP, but I don't know, do you have that time tonight? Or do you want?
No.
I didn't think so. I was feeling that. So, I've been working to get the money from the, Union Wharf dock. I've been working with legal on the potential case that you just mentioned. I've been working with the department managers on their budgets, and I sent the employees all the health insurance renewal information if they have any changes or want to do an FSA plan. I had my HR hat on today, and I think that's it. Right, you and I met with legal last week.
Yep.
Yeah. So if you have any questions for me,
I don't think so.
okay,
Good? That's good?
I'm good.
Yeah.
All right. Any updates from you? Dave? No. Oh, same here. Any other business that we need to discuss tonight?
Nope.
A motion to adjourn? Anybody?
I'll make a motion we adjourn.
I'll second. All those in favor?
Aye.